Hello. This is dark. Ugh, that's too bright. Right in the middle. Hello, everybody. I didn't say bye. I said hi. What is wrong with you? Okay, tweeting. Hey, Dan, you're late. Yeah, I am, because the batteries in my magic trackpad stopped working. So magical that it can't seem to work out when the computer's been turned off, and thus it shouldn't keep using its battery. Like honestly, so bad. But hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fun Tuesday? I'm wearing the Totoro onesie. I just want to say hi, everybody on Twitter. Hi, everybody that came from the notifications. Hello, people on YouNow. And hello, people who are very confused that this weird video has just popped up on their Tumblr dashboard. You can keep scrolling, and I think I'll just appear in a little video. I'll keep you company while you build an aesthetic cue. Yes, I have washed this. It's a Totoro onesie. I have washed this. I know that there's probably some concern about that. I haven't been wearing it for a solid week. So if you're wondering Dan's style tips of this Tuesday, it's a Totoro onesie on the outside and stand up to cancer t-shirt on the inside. That's not even a related spot. It is related to lots of things, but wasn't intentional. So hey, how are you? What's up? Let me know in a word how you're feeling right now, because Dan cares. I'll wait for that to pop up then. Let me see. Dead, said Katie. Cold, said Autumn. Nice. Shook. Ugh. Thursday. Tired, said Geordie. Hashtag Dad cares, said GB Answer. Tired, peaceful, said Elise. Good, peaceful, good word. Cold, said Jenny. Trash, says Tasha Pay. Triggered, says Jordan. Nice. Positive, says Katie. Craftifying, said somebody. Wonderful. Solipsistic. Holy fuck. That confetti thing was like super obnoxious that I just saw there, but thank you for the confetti. Sick OMG, the onesie, dying. How's it hanging? Yo, happy, and Dishanis Plan 2's birthday today. Wonderful! Well, happy Thursday to all of you. I said Tuesday. Did I say Tuesday? I have no concept of space or time. This is not Tuesday. This is Thursday. And the reason I'm doing this today is because quite a cool thing happened yesterday. So this is the first live show I've done since the Tatanov movies came out, right? Is that like a big deal? Do we have like a lot to talk about? Again, I was saying this last week, it's such a big deal to me and Phil, you know, this Dan and Phil stage show thing has been our entire lives for like a year and a half, that we don't even know what to say. We don't even know what's like new information or what's interesting or anything, just because our brains have just been turned to jelly by it. So I'm sure you're probably like, there's this like obviously interesting thing that we should talk about. I don't know what that is. My life is just like a waterfall flowing helplessly off the edge of a flat earth in an unexplainable universe. Opinions on the clown stuff. Why not? Let's just jump in there, Alicia. I mean, it's one of those things that it's only happening because people are talking about it. I haven't seen any videos of scary clowns hurting people. I've seen lots of videos of people hurting scary clowns. So many videos of people just throwing things at scary clowns. So if you're somebody considering being a scary clown, I recommend against that based on all the videos that I've seen, because it seems like you're more likely to get attacked by any angry guy walking past you than you are to shook somebody that you're walking past. Wonderful. Is doing well on the charts, said Cecile. Is that a thing? I mean, there's a lot of abbreviations here. Tabbing off, tatting off, dap go. I don't think tif works. I'm just putting it out there. Any chance of a Europe tour, said somebody. Okay, so Europe. The thing is with Europe, we wouldn't want to say anything to you guys unless we knew it was definitely happening, Because when it's so in the balance, you wouldn't want to drop a hint and then it falls apart. So we've not wanted to talk about it because of that. But I'll just say that if we were to hypothetically mention Europe at some point, it would be because it's probably happening. Dan, say hi to me, said Tanisha. Hello, Tanisha. How you doing? Hi, Dan. How are you? Said MCR WSPTV trash. Wow, that's good. Speaking of MCR, Frankie Aero. Hope he gets better soon. Cars, man. Dangerous. I bought your new single, said Little Alta. Yep, that's the thing. Why are you wearing the onesie, said Joe. I'm wearing the onesie because it's warm. It's officially got cold in the UK, which is a good thing. It's a great thing. I love the cold. And this is so comfortable. Honestly, onesies are so comfortable. We have a lot of random onesies in this house. We have a lion one, 2 dinosaur ones, a Totoro one, a Tigger one, a Charmander one. There's probably some more, so many. It's just disturbing, to be honest. So that's why I'm wearing that. So yeah, the Tatanov movies came out on YouTube. There we go. Cat's out of the bag now. A year of trying to not have people spoil it for other people. And now it's out there. So, I don't know, like, what do you want to talk about? It shook me, said Robisaurus. Nice. It got me shook, said Gonzalez. Did anyone like it, or were you just shook? Dill's really scary. Yeah, giraffe onesie. We have a giraffe onesie as well. Thank you for reminding me. It was amazing both. I cried, shook, loved it, shook, loved it. I got emotional. Yeah! So, I hope you liked it. You know, the whole point of it was supposed to be our videos turned into a real-life entertaining experience for the people that came to see the show, because, you know, that's the point of going to see a show. You're supposed to be, like, entertained. But then it should be like a celebration / roast of the past 6 years of Dan and Phil. All the references you love and hate up in your face, and some things just to upset people. That theatre was gigantic. It was the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood. It was gigantic. In the documentary movie, a few of the clips that are used in it are from the show that we filmed in the London Palladium, and it looks so small, it's insane. There were only like 1,000 less people in the London one, but it's so crazy how small it looks. And then the stage in America just looks like this gigantic arena. It's insane. It looked good, didn't it? With those cameras and stuff. Yeah. Shout out to me and Phil, who spent literally a week going through the entire show from start to finish, looking at 11 camera angles that filmed everything at the same time and picking the best one for literally every single second of the movie. It took a very long time, but it's good. What's your favourite camera? My one is the one that is from behind us. Yeah, that's good. Did you enjoy Denver? Denver I couldn't breathe in Denver. It was funny and distressing. I'd go back just for the novelty of it. Wanna name my stuffed sheep, said Emma. Just call it Doggo while the meme is fresh, and then just bin it when everybody stops saying that phrase anymore. Wreck me music for my B-Day, please. I mean, I was actually going to look at what music I've been listening to recently, which is apparently Bon Iver. People have been tweeting me that recently. It's pronounced Bon Iver. There we go. It's found out. But the song that you should listen to is The Internet Is Here by Dan and Phil. So there we go. Now, the cat's out of the bag. Dan and Phil's stage show ends in a musical number. The point of that was just because we thought that Guess the Crime, the idea of that would be hilarious. But then the story of it in the show is that Phil really wants to do it, and I keep being a narc because Phil wants to, you know, do things he's never tried before. And I'm like, no, that's a terrible idea. We should just stick to being YouTubers. But at the end, we learned some kind of important lessons about ourselves and life. And I go, fuck it, and then we sing a song. So we knew that only the people that had seen the show would understand what the hell this song is. But when... Here we go. Dan... Somebody flag this. Here we go. When the charity Stand Up to Cancer contacted us... Stand Up to Cancer is a great charity. It's in America and the UK and in lots of countries around the world. And the point of it is to raise money for cancer research. And it's a great charity because the money raised goes directly to funding clinical trials that are working on cures for cancer. So it's a really, really great charity because it's directly funding experimental cures for, is it called like translational donations or something crazy. So it's a good one, and they do a big charity show on Channel 4 in Britain every year, and last year for the first time they did one on YouTube. So they decided that YouTube, our community, us guys and you guys, were important enough that YouTube could have its own fundraising show, and it was good. We gave away some tickets for it and some stuff last year, but when they came to us again and they were like, what could you do to help raise money for the charity? We were like, holy shit, oh my god, we have the best idea ever, because there's this song in our stage show, and it's not like a real song. It only makes sense as part of this show, because whilst some of the lyrics are kind of generic and relatable, a lot of it, and the structure of it, and the whole thing, it only makes sense in the context of our stage show. Like any musical thing, you know, you can't just take a song from Hamilton and put it on the radio. Well, you could, because they're amazing. But, you know, it makes better sense when you know that it's in a musical about Hamilton. But we knew that so many of you guys, after it came out, would want the song to listen to, and that people would just download it from, like, the film and listen to it. But we were like, wouldn't it be good if there was a proper version, like a proper instrumental studio version? So we decided to record a studio version of the song from our stage show and release it as a charity single, which is insane. I'm sorry about all these surprises, okay? I think that might be... It's probably the big surprise of the year left. I don't think there's any other things that are really, like, surprises. They're just... I don't know, but yeah, so don't worry. You can maybe, like, calm down a bit. So we recorded that like 2 months ago, which was crazy. And yeah, is there anything you guys want to ask about this crazy film? A lot of people on YouTube are very confused because they haven't seen the stage show, which I expected, but it was worth it to raise money for charity. So some people are like, you know, if Dan and Phil wanted to write a song, it's a bit of a weird song. Like, the lyrics are kind of weird, and I don't understand why it's so classical. Like, they literally don't understand that it's a song from a stage show, which... You know, it's like, there's nothing we can do about that, really, but we decided that it was more important to get people. So, if you want to donate some money for cancer research, which is really good, it's only 79p, which is 99 cents. It's on iTunes and Google Play. The profits go directly to funding cancer research, and cancer is a thing that affects... Basically, I think everybody here knows somebody that's been affected by cancer, and it's one of those things that it wasn't a big deal 200 years ago when everybody was dying of tuberculosis and whatever, but now going forward it's one of the uncrackable illnesses that too many people suffer from. So it's really good, and if you're going to convince your parents to buy something because you don't have your own money, then 79p for cancer research is probably on the list of things that's tolerable. So if you want to push your luck for anything, I'd say this is the thing that you should get. Forget all the merch and all that crap. Just buy the song on iTunes. And yeah, this Saturday on YouTube, I want to get the dates right because that'd be bad. There is the Stand Up to Cancer YouTube live stream where loads of YouTubers, all your faves, Dan and Phil, Zoella, Joe and Casper, like literally a million YouTubers are taking part in a live stream this Saturday. I'm looking for the time. I think it's from 2 or 4? I don't know. It's in the afternoon. And everybody is giving away some things. So tune into that, because if you like any of the YouTubers in England, they're all going to be there. So that's good. Maddie says, I'm just gonna, like, jump drastically between things now, because you don't want to hear too much about the tour. But then a lot of you probably do, so we'll see. Maddie Dazzledan says, how are you liking American Horror Story? Yeah, like, it's still, it's getting good, and it's so different, and it's exciting, and it has, like, the best actors in TV, but the one criticism I'd say is that it was really slow at the start. Like, it took a while to get into, and it was very teasing, and it didn't want to give you blah, 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 and I was like, you know, I love and support American Horror Story, so I'm gonna watch it, no matter what. But me and Phil just finished watching Stranger Things. That's right, finally got around to it. The reason we hadn't watched Stranger Things, because we were right in the middle of watching that Battlestar Galactica show that I was telling you about last week, so we didn't want to start it. So we finally got around to watching Stranger Things, and, like, yeah, like, that was one of the best things in a very long time. It was really good, wasn't it? Like, comparing American Horror Story to Stranger Things, I was like, you know, it's a bit slow, but I like American Horror Story, so I'll keep watching it. Stranger Things, you watch one episode, you're hooked. It's ruining your entire life, and then you just want to fish the entire season in one day. That's how good it is. So really, nothing has an excuse when Stranger Things is as good as Stranger Things. Was just, like, a thing. And it's so good. Is it scary? It's not really that scary, I would think. There's a scary monster in it, but there's not really any jump scares, and there's not that many stressful situations. I think if you're somebody that doesn't like horror and scary things, you can watch it. There is a monster in it, but it's not particularly violent and horrible, so I think you'll cope. What it is a really cool, nerdy show about some kids in the 80s, and really endearing characters, and you'll love it. So, yeah. Play more Undertale, said Gay Dead Cass. We will. We're going to finish it after Spooky Week. We think the next video up on the gaming channel might be a Dill. We'll see. He's got to have his honeymoon. We just left him in bed. What's on your cheek, Dan? That's just you. It's because it's really... Hello. If I turn this up, I just get skin patches because of blood. It's because I'm wearing this warm onesie. There we go. How's your day been? I'm cold, lol, hlep. Yeah, I'm Clod 2 hlep, and that's why I'm wearing this. The day was good. Yesterday was funny. So, a thing is with putting a song on iTunes, this is going to sound whack to you, but unless you're, like, literally Beyonce or whatever, the way it works is a song will go live on iTunes at midnight, and it can take up to 19 hours to be available in every country in the world. So we had this situation where we wanted to release the song, but we didn't want to talk about it as soon as it was up, because it might not be out in, like, half the countries in the entire world. So we knew that you were going to find it, but we didn't want to talk about it and be like, hey, we've got a song, if half the people that could have donated some money to charity would go, and then it's not on iTunes in Canada or whatever. So we just had to, like, go to sleep knowing that everyone would realize. And then we woke up and everyone was like, oh my god, what the hell had happened? So that was funny. Yesterday morning, me and Phil were like, time for a morning. What's happening on the... so thanks, all of you guys. Yeah, we woke up and we were, like, #1 in, like, 7 countries, which was hilarious. We topped loads. I don't know how the official charts work for anything anymore because of streaming and whatever, but on iTunes we were #1 in Denmark, Finland, Sweden, Norway, the comedy charts. We briefly were in the UK and then stayed at #2, and we were in the top 10 in America above Ariana Grande, which is just mental. So thank you, all of you guys. Feel a warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomachs that we helped give some money to a good charity. Yeah, I bought it even before you uploaded the video. Yeah, thank you. Boo 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 boo. Say hi to the box. The box. No one calls it the box. That's not a thing. Okay, let's see. It is up in that little tab. Ali C123. Hey, then Jenny G90. Then Hungry for Worms with the GIF as their profile picture. What is this wizardry? Wonderfully Rachel, and then Liam here. Hey. How you doing? Sing Danger Men at Work. Okay. So, Danger Men at Work is an iconic song that we could have released as the charity single, to be honest. But it's something that we did to warm up vocally before we went on stage. And you know the melody that goes da 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 and it's just that. Basically, an easy version I used to do when I was a theatre kid is to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's funny because you end up going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then you keep doing it until it loops. But Jimmy, the guy who helped compose our song, The Internet Is Here, was like, you should do it with the words Danger Men at Work, and it's like hard mode. So if you ever want to like mentally challenge yourself, what you do is you take the phrase Danger Men at Work. The patriarchy, what can I say? It's just everywhere. We need some representation up in these singing exercises. And you apply it to that melody, so you go, Danger Men at Work, Danger Men at Work, Danger Men at Work, Danger at Work, Danger, and then you keep going until it goes round. And it's funny because Phil, to this day, has never done it. He's literally never, ever done it once correctly, which is good. I'm sure all of you are like, I couldn't do it, and that's good. Good for you and your coordination. Why did they make you tan in the photo? Yeah, so YouTube, along with the, exploding out of a microwave and a llama with top hats on, and various other photos that we took in our photo shoot, took a whole bunch in gold jackets, and they were like, okay, we'll, I think I've got it right here. We'll edit one for you for the single cover. And this, it didn't look as bad when we saw it, but when it went on YouTube, and YouTube videos tend to make things a bit darker, I don't know if you can see this, but they kind of made me, like, orange. Like, a big thing is that me and Phil always make ourselves look paler than we are in real life because we just don't know how to use cameras or whatever. But that's some serious brown sugar right there. And it's not necessarily just the colour, it's the fact that I understand you can airbrush people to make them, like, less flaws or whatever, but they literally, like, erased all of my skin. I just look like a nose, a mouth, and eyes floating in, like, a weird orange abyss. So, thanks, people from YouTube, who made that snazzy thumbnail for us. We look a bit like cheese, but it's for a good cause. So you know what? Let's not complain. Release the Ladders EP as well, please. We need something down the pipeline, otherwise it's not going to be a pop career, is it? That's the thing. You look like wax figures on the cover, said King Nina. Speaking of wax, have you seen the Justin Bieber Madame Tussauds wax work? Body great, dripping Justin Bieber chest on point. The face a bit weird. Just gonna say, I thought the face was a bit weird. Wow, I'm late, said Graced 5123. 5123 45123 45123 45123 Okay, I'm not gonna do that all the time. Are you watching EHS? Yup. Still holding out for the Evan. Forget homework, said Ponies. Don't listen. That person in the chat is a bad influence. Oh my god. It's 7 AM and I haven't slept yet. Help. Roslyn, you're going to be a mess when you wake up. Just go now. It's not worth it. It's literally not worth it. Yuri on Ice, said somebody. Hold the hell up. I need to show you. Jen Castro 10. So, in Dan's darting live stream of a million topics, what are we going to talk about now? We're going to talk about anime. That's what we're going to talk about. So, 3 things. 1, Haikyuu came back. What is that? It's an anime, a Japanese cartoon about a high school volleyball club. And it's amazing. And it's ruined my life. And the new season of it has come back. And that's very exciting. It's so good. Phil is upset because a kind of stereotype of team sport animes is they spend way too long just showing, like, games. What people want is angst and teen drama and character building and domestic fluff. They don't really just want sports all the time. So Phil didn't enjoy the last season that much because it was a bit sport heavy, and it seems like this entire like season of it is just going to be one game of volleyball slowly dragged out across like 10 episodes or whatever. So, you know, that's good. But this is more important, okay? There is an anime called Yuri on Ice, which is about ice skating. It's an ice skating anime. Apparently, a woman that produces it or draws it is known for doing things that are a bit homoerotic. I don't know anything about that. But I also heard from people that it was good. So I gave it a watch, and it's really good. It's great. So it's great animation. It's about a Japanese ice skater who started ice skating because he was inspired by this Russian amazing world champion ice skater. And then he kind of flunks out of the world championships and gets really depressed. And it's about his life. And it was like really well drawn. It looked good. And it was very exciting. The end of it, if the very niche people have seen the episode, that got like a bit like ridiculous fan fiction fan service, and the first 20 minutes of the show was so good, I want it to be like serious, and then the end was a bit like, okay, what is this show? But if you like the idea of ice skating anime and something that could possibly be really gay, check out Yuri on Ice, because I think you'd like it. Tell me a joke that a dad would say. I'm not going to ruin this with a dad joke. Oh my god, what's Phil's horrendous joke? You know Phil's favourite joke that's just horrific, okay? My dog Minton ate 3 shuttlecocks last week. You know what I said to him? Badminton. There's the door. Okay, that's the entire show ruined. Why? They're tips for an American coming to England. Relax, because there's less of a possibility that you're going to randomly get shot by somebody. People are kind of rude, but they're chill. So if somebody is offensive or offended, they probably don't care. That's what I'm just thinking. It depends where you go. In London, people just like walk past you like you don't exist. It's cold. It might rain all the time. Yeah, you'll have a good time. How are you, Danny boy? Hi, Kyla. I'm good. I'm warm and present. Thanks for asking. Where do I hide the body? Said Monica. Don't have advice for that right now. Put it in a meat grinder. And then, just bury it. Okay. Hello, my fave pop star. Yep. That's the thing now. Bumped all your faves off the charts yesterday. You're welcome. Come to Argentina. Maybe. Okay, let's not start that. Right. So, I mean, I feel like the Tatanov movie coming out, and the documentary, and the song, it's a big deal. Is there anything you want to ask about it that's, like, interesting? I don't know. What's your fave burger restaurant in LDN? Gourmet Burger Kitchen do good burgers, and they accommodate for vegans. I recommend that. Okay, you're still in the onesie. Still in the onesie. Yep, the cake. Haha! So, as you'll have seen, the fanfiction options, for those of you who didn't come to see the show, it was literally chosen by the audience every night. Most of the time, it was Cowboys and Camping. A lot of the time, it was Pirates in Space. No one ever chose cake. But we do have the footage. Was it hard to make the documentary, said Rainbow Raven? It was hard because there was so much to talk about and do and show, so much story to tell, and we decided we wanted to do it in an hour-long documentary, because an hour-and-a-half-long documentary is a bit self-indulgent, and like a mini-series about it would be a bit self-indulgent, so we thought, hey, let's fit it into an hour, and what the problem with that was there is so much story to tell about the making of the show, just showing our travels, talking about behind-the-scenes interesting things, doing meta reflections back in it. There was so much to do, so the hard thing was sitting down a long time ago with the people that helped us produce it and telling them what we wanted the show to be. And then filming it was okay, because the whole point of it was just real. So we just had to be there being ourselves. And there we go. It went in. Astute viewers among you will notice that about a third of the clips in it are filmed on a green screen. That's because we got kicked out of the theatre on the day that we were filming it in front of the stage. But yeah, it was cool. Who played Dill? Dill played himself, which is why there weren't many Sims videos this summer. Have you had a haircut? Yes. It's time for Dan to start going outside again. There's a couple things, like the charity stream, so I need to look presentable. Phil's magic show, though. Yep, that was good. There was a different version of the magic show in the UK. There was a trick where he had, like, a cloche, which is one of those things that butlers put food in when, you know, when the butler is like, here's your food, but, and he was like, there's nothing in it. And look, it's filled with popcorn! And then he'd throw popcorn into the audience, and then I'd be like, this is stupid. And then he'd go again, he'd close it, open it, and there'd be Maltesers in it. And I'd be like, really, Phil? Maltesers? Oh my god. And then I'd throw Maltesers into the audience. And there was another one about a flying hamster that always broke, and a couple other things. And we replaced it with the mysteriously appearing cake and the bowling ball. Yup. It's been a year since Tatton of Glasgow. I know, that's crazy. So in I mean, we had the idea to do a stage show in, like, 2014. But in 2015, it was, like, February when we started coming up with ideas for the show. And then we were thinking about it more over the summer. And then it was in, you know, August, September when we started rehearsing it. And in my mind, I was like, The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire is going to come out after the tour. I kind of underestimated how long it takes to make a stage show and then also go around the world doing it. So in my head, I really thought the tour would be over by 2015. And here I am now, a year after the first tour date. Hashtag get Phil. Do you think Phil has time for you losers? Oh, you're full of yourselves, as if Phil wants to speak to you, dorks. When we'll get the next single, we're waiting for Nicki Minaj to respond about a guest verse on Danger Men at Work, and then we'll finally drop it. But we're gonna let you know about that. School is stressing me out. Help! You've only got 2 months left. No, nothing. When's, like, October half term? Isn't that in, like, a week? When's your next break from when's your next freedom period? Everyone that currently isn't in school, yeah, you might be in your early 20s struggling to exist and thinking about how terrifying life is, but you're not at school anymore. It's right now. Midterms are right now. Well, congrats on midterms, and happy next week for all the dorks in the UK. And Senpai Crafter said Christmas break. RIP. Wow, where TF is the cake scene, bitch. What cake scene? I don't know what you're talking about. I got a puppy, named it Miko, said Nitnat. Miko. Interesting. Pretty cool. Come here, Miko. Who wrote the fanfiction, said Alice Shabrada. Who do you think wrote literally everything in the entire show? There was no one else helped in any way, okay? Me and Phil did everything. Our director Ed was there to tell us how to turn it into a stage experience, where to stand, how to not block things, how we should order things, but ways to make things seem more exciting. But the whole people were like, who wrote the fan fiction? Who wrote the song? We're gonna read it. I don't know if that's anything to be proud of, or if that's anything to be deeply ashamed of, to be honest. Whose idea was the musical number? The musical number was my idea, but and the magic was Phil's idea, and then we all did it. It was funny because the people we spoke to, I'm sure you know them in the documentary, Ed and Jimmy, we were like, we want to do a musical number, and they were like, okay, Dan and Phil, you've never written a song before. How's about you tell us your idea for what the song should be about, and then I can get a friend of mine who composes for Broadway, and he can come up with some lyrics for you. And we were like, okay, well, the song, it needs to, like, reference what happened in the show, but the point of it is that we've been trying to live without the internet and then we get it back at the end, so we're kind of like happy, and then we talk about what we learned, but then it's joking that we can't live without the internet, and we were like, okay, let's see what happens, and what this guy came back with, you'd die, you'd actually physically die from reading it. Like, imagine if you asked your uncle or your least favourite teacher to try and write the internet essay. It was literally like, when I wake up, I go on Twitter, the internet is my friend, and we were like, no, this has no irony, abort, and it was terrible. So I was like melting down, and they were like, Dan and Phil, there's no time, this is the lyrics to the song, and I was like, everything's ruined. So what I did was, I was like, okay, Phil, they're being haters, they don't think we can do it, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take what I think the lyrics should be and just cram them into the song. And I did that, but it kind of didn't fit, but I knew that I was like, I need to show these people, like, how to have a sense of humour, otherwise there's going to be a disaster. And then I showed it to them and they were like, this doesn't fit in the song. And I was like, well, bitch, we are all going to sit around a table right now for 5 hours fitting it in. And then we did. We sat around for 5 hours. The ones that gave us trouble were rhyming something with great, which we went for mate. That was tricky. What was some other... I'm like, has somebody written the song on Genius yet for me to remember my own lyrics? But yeah, so that was fun. Honestly, you don't even know. The thing is with me and Phil, the reason why we're so busy all the time, and the reason why we make slightly less stuff than other people, is because we literally do everything for the things that we create. So it's not just saying, hey, I want to do this, you produce it and whatever, and then I'll just come like host it or put my face in front of it, and then there we go. It's like me and Phil, we have to literally do everything, and part of that is because me especially, control freak, and I feel like, no, I have a vision and I must explore it myself. But half of it is that it would just be a disaster. Like, everything from the trailer for the movie, if we just said, somebody else make it, and then we'll just tweet it when it's finished, you can't even understand how much of a disaster everything would be. If you saw what the song could have been, if you saw what the trailer could have been, if you saw what the art could have been, oh my god, you don't even know. So, wow. But we did it, and it's probably not worth it. I bought your song, Are You Proud Because I Am? Yes, King Nina, thank you. Could you? Wear pastels now, said L Pink PML. Rude. You can't demand that I wear something. Please leave. I'm 18, help, me no wanna adult. It's not that bad. I mean, you've got to decide what you're doing with the rest of your life, because you don't have the excuse of school to keep you busy. But the upside of that is you don't have to go to school, so it'll work out somewhere in the middle. Give me classical music recommendations. Rachmaninoff, a piano composer. Pretty swag. Why you look so tanned in the cover art? What's it in right now? What can I say? It's just what's cool. What made you decide to play piano, said wonderfully Rachel. An episode of Arthur the Aardvark, literally. There was an episode of Arthur the Aardvark where he played Feralise, and I was just so inspired by Arthur, literally, that I was like, I want to learn to play the piano right now. And that's the origin story of Dan's questionable piano talents. Where are your earrings, said Fire Girl, in a box over there. It's just forgetful. It's not a big thing, I just forget that they exist most of the time. What do you do with my crippling fear of moth, said Mankin Ginger. Don't leave windows open with bright lights on, is basically all you have to do to, to avoid that. Yeah! Woo. Did you enjoy the Twitter party? I thought that was quite fun. That was good. We destroyed the internet, really. There's a website that shows what trends, and hashtag Tatanov Twitter party trended more than anything else around the world in a 48-hour period, including the presidential debates, the Formula 1 Grand Prix in Japan, X Factor, and Strictly Come Dancing. So, sorry on our behalf to everybody who was trying to use Twitter for literally anything else. I thought that was quite funny. My sister was the one who said, "I love you dearly." That was funny. Your sister's funny. Shout out to her for being in the doc. But thanks for making me smile. Oh, thanks, Emily Julie 98. Talk about the presidential election, said Emo Trash Cam. The debate, like, I'm like really into politics, and so should you, because politics is cool, and here is a... just a Hufflepuff sock on my desk. Whatever. And so I'm like hyped to watch the debates, but the debates aren't like fun to watch, especially the last one. I was like, I can't wait to watch these presidential debates, but I don't know, it wasn't fun. It was just like distressing and worrying and stressful. Like, it didn't improve my day. It made my day more anxious because I'm worrying about the future. My birthday's in a month. Whoa, you think about your birthday a month in advance, Darla. Don't let anybody stop you. Hey, from the Met Opera family in NYC. Hey, favourite Chopin piece? What is the one? I'm such a fake fan. I'll look it up on Spotify. Tips on being awkward. You think I can give you tips on being awkward? Honestly, no is the answer to that. Probably. Can you see this, says Margot? Yep. Hello, up there in the box. Whoop. My birthday is in a month too, and everybody now is just saying, my birthday's in a... Music recommendations. Okay, are you ready to be hit? Obviously, Bon Iver. You know what's a good album that came out? Solange Knowles, A Seat at the Table. In very, very excellent music. Important listening. I recommend it. Dan rates that highly. I honestly, half the things I favourite are just like instrumental, like lullaby renditions of Radiohead is something that I bought. What is wrong with me? My favourite Chopin song is Ballad No. 1 in G minor. There you go. Come to Germany! Okay. Do you want to build a snowman? Ooh. Any fans of Frozen out there? You might enjoy something. Any plans of visiting Dubai? I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to avoid Dubai for ethical reasons. I reserve the right to go to Dubai for any random reason in the future, even though I said that. Your bed is wrinkled, fix it. You don't control my life, Elle. Stop attacking me right now. I'm just trying to have a good time and share some of my evening with the internet. And honestly, I don't need this. Hi, do you like Fall Out Boy, the band? Yes, Lillian. I'm practicing harp right now, said Cheyenne M. I'm sure that this right now is the best thing for harp practice. Harp is awesome. What a cool instrument. Yeah. That's good. TV recommendations. What just started on HBO? Westworld. A lot of you this won't engage with. Maybe the older ones among you, the drama likers. People think this might be the new Game of Thrones. It's an HBO series based on a Michael Crichton book. And it's about a universe where artificial intelligence is incredibly advanced and realistic. And a rich company has basically made a theme park in the desert, which is like a Wild West town, where you can do whatever you want with all these advanced artificial intelligence people. And it's about the ethical questions of what happens when artificial intelligence becomes sentient, and lots of other things. So, like, super like Battlestar Galactica, but it's great, check it out. You want to get in there so you can be one of the cool people that was like, I started watching that last year, which is going to be everybody. It's called Westworld on HBO. How do I make friends IRL, said McKenna. You make friends on the internet, check that they're not creepy people, and then meet them eventually. Can you say hi to the single Crocs, said Emma Riley. Hey, excuse me sir, close the door. I'm not going to do that, because then the Wi-Fi might get really even worse. Why am I even watching you? Why am I even here, Michelle? Why do any of us exist? I don't even know. So, Final Fantasy 15 and Pokemon Sun and Moon are coming out at the same time. What is that about? I see you haven't found storage yet, says Thomas. No. Still haven't found that. Honestly, you don't know. Guys, all I want in my life is an apartment with storage and air conditioning. That's all I want. Storage and air conditioning. Hashtag get Dan storage. Hashtag Dan needs storage. Yeah, that was it, Ella, from last week. I'm a man of little needs. Then move, dumbass. Wow, thank you. That's why I do these live shows, for the great advice. Okay. You live in London, good luck, buddy. Whoa! Coming in with the realness there. Yup. Totally. You retweeted Dan and Phil dancing. Yeah, there's this funny Twitter account that I retweeted where they pasted song dancing over various things, and it kind of worked very well with All Star, which is incredibly disturbing. Let's be honest. Billboard, are you going to see it? Yes, there might be a thing related to a thing that means that we're going to be in LA later this year, so I'm going to try and get an obnoxious selfie with that giant billboard of us. So there's a couple billboards of us, but there's one, which is the one that Phil tweeted, where there's this building, and they've put a giant banner of the thing that's currently my Facebook and Twitter header as a wrap around the building, and it's like 150 feet high. So to everybody driving down Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, there's just this absolutely oppressive, like, to scale Godzilla-sized building wrapping of Dan and Phil, which is just hilarious. Hey Dan, what have you been up to for fun? Wow, Emma, that's very weird. Do I have my phone on me? No. Well, this is going to be a cool story. Where is... Oh, it's over there. Rest in peace. I have a tail. Look at this. Wow. Look at that little guy flapping around. Don't mind me. And my phone that's really weird. So Phil is a purveyor of, like, crappy apps to get obsessed with. And the one that he recommended recently is called Rolling Sky. Phil has ruined my life with this. It's all I've been doing in the evenings. And it's just a game where you... This is like a big spawn, but I'm letting you know this because I think it's quite good. You run your thumb across it, and you have to try and, like, not hit any obstacles until you get to the end of a level. So like that, you see. And then you hit it. It's like, oh, I died. This game is really hard. It's really hard. But you can beat every level when you learn how to do it. And this game, the reason I think it's interesting enough to talk about to you all right now, is it does something so weird to you, psychologically, where you think that it's literally impossible. I can't do this. This is too hard for me. I'm not good enough at video games. I can't do this. And then you just learn to do it, and it's just crazy. We couldn't see it. Look, it's not that. It's called Rolling Sky. My weird thing. Look, can you see it now? Look, there we go. Oh my god, I'm just a humble ball rolling through the sky. Because they only take like 2 minutes to do, you want to do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and you'll do it for like 1,000,000 hours and it'll ruin your life. But the reason it's cool is because you think it's impossible, and then you do it, and then you get to the next level and it's even harder, and you say it's impossible, and then you learn to do it, and it's just like... I feel like it's a microcosm of... If you practice anything, you can learn to do it. Like, playing the piano, dancing, riding a kayak. But that would take, like, a long time. I feel like this is, like, some insane thing that's, like, people can grow and learn. So that's Dan's way too big spawn for a stupid app called Rolling Sky. There we go. Who's in the box now? It is Jack080, Liam here, Ali C123, Amazing Phil 1000, and Jenny G90. I went to the British Museum the other day. It's a museum in Britain. And it's like the cultural one, and it's an amazing museum. Like, it's one of like London's biggest cultural things. On one hand, it's really incredible and amazing and awe-inspiring. On the other hand, it's like a giant testament to how the Empire of Great Britain enslaved, raped and pillaged the entire world, and we're like, hey, Egypt, nice culture. We're gonna steal that and then put it in our museums forever. Bye! This is British now, because we conquered you. So on one hand, it's like, ooh, mummies. On the other hand, it's like, awkward country history. Okay, Dan, you make me smile. Thank you, Chloe. That's wonderful. Did you learn how to read sheet music, said Cynthia. I can't read sheet music. My problem is I have perfect pitch, random fact, and I can play things by ear very easily, therefore, because I can basically just hear a song and then just go like, okay, that's what it's doing. So my piano teacher used to hate me because when she'd be like, you need to learn this song by reading the sheet music, and I'd be like, okay, I'm reading the sheet, and what she'd do is she'd play it for me once, and then I'd just learn it because I'd just copy what I heard. So then it was awful because I was so lazy. I'd never learned to actually read the sheet music because once I'd played a song once, I'd just remember it, and then it was pointless. So I just had to struggle through it, literally getting a pencil and going C, D, B sharp, A, and then just going, and then that's it. So I never learned to read sheet music, and I find it really hard, and it was awful. And I think that was one of the things that made piano lessons really boring for me. I would love to make a video ranting about my piano teacher one day. Maybe that'll be some 2017 Dan is Not on Fire content. I think that's easily a video. So it was the one thing that made learning piano seem a bit too much like homework. Learning to read this sheet music, I was like, do you know the intro to the Black Parade? Yeah. B sharp is not a thing, said everybody. Amazing. My favourite note. B sharp. The invisible one. Anyway, what's your favourite dessert? My favourite dessert? I don't know, that's quite hard. You know what's a good dessert? They did it on Bake Off a couple of weeks ago. It's like the roll. It's like a log. It's like a meringue roll. I've forgotten what they're called. They're called like logs. And Tesco Spon used to do this one that was like, it was like a caramel and nut ice cream meringue Swiss roll. Yeah, roulade. Thank you, all you people saying Swiss roll. Roulade. 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 It was a toffee nut roulade. And shit. One of my favourite things ever. Caramel and pecan roulade. Existential dill. I've probably mentioned this before, haven't I? Either you know this, or I've mentioned this before, which I think I have, and you remembered that, in which case you need to stop watching Dan and Phil content. You're in way too deep, because you remembered that it's a toffee and pecan roulade from Tesco. Wow. Anyway, come on people, get it right. I know, right? FOH with your Swiss roll. I just started working out, said Sherry. Good luck. Dan, you charted higher than Kanye. Yeah, that was... yeah, it was cool. Your song passed 21 Pilots on the charts. Yeah, I passed a lot of people. I felt kind of awkward, actually. Ooh, Phil said he was going to order pizza. Is the dream alive? I don't know how to feel about this. The new Green Day album. Yeah, I need to listen to that. Phil, was that our pizza? Yeah. Bye, don't need to talk to you. No, it's fine. We've got a couple minutes. So, yeah. There we go. It's been a fun, crazy week. Our Tatanoff movies are out there in the world. I know that so many of you, from a, creative or just interested in it or just want to know a cool piece of trivia, will have so many questions about the randomest stuff in the show. Like, how did you make this? How did this work? Why did you do this? What was the meaning of this? Did you want us to take this in this way? In the documentary, this happened. I put this and this together and I noticed this. And I understand that there's like an impossible amount of things like that. So over the next forever, feel free to just like randomly ask me shit. And there we go. Because it'll be fine. Your stupid earbuds are annoying me. That's a mess. How did that happen? Yeah, good luck me untangling that. So there we go. If you're in America, New Zealand or whatever, it's on YouTube Red. If you're not, it's on Google Play or on the YouTube video. No rush to get it. The song's out. If you're going to get anything, buy the song because it funds cancer research. It's really good. There's a live stream on Saturday. Loads of YouTubers are doing it, raising money for cancer research on YouTube. So tune into that. Dill's honeymoon, spooky week. And there's still a couple other things. Like, we did a couple other cool tour-related things. Phil's going to put something up from the documentary that works on its own as like a little video, because a lot of people haven't seen it yet. They're just regular subscribers. So we're definitely going to... I think that'll be after my next live show, though, so it'll be okay. So there's still a couple cool Tatanov-related things that we're going to put up that we did at the same time. And yeah, I'll probably see you next week. What am I doing next week? I'll see you next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Us. Yeah, don't even need to say goodbye to you. See you in 5 days. Have a good weekend. Yeah. Have fun. Listen to some music. Watch a show that relaxes you. Get a massage, perhaps. And just have a nice weekend. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.